Chapter 3: The Reset Program. On Thursday, the hum of the ventilation system disappeared from the speakers mounted beneath the ceiling. In its place came a low, vibrating drone that made teeth ache and bones itch. Dr. Anthony Miller stood on the second-floor balcony, looking down over the lobby like a surgeon hovering above an open abdomen. Tall, impeccably fit, a neatly trimmed beard, gold-rimmed glasses so flawless they seemed part of his face. There were no papers in his hands, only a tablet with a glowing screen. The Deep Reset program is not a punishment. His voice flowed through the speakers in a smooth, velvety stream, stripped of every trace of human warmth. Personality is an evolutionary defect, the source of random suffering, hangovers, debt, and broken hearts. We're simply removing the defect. Two orderlies escorted Anna out of a side corridor. She didn't resist. Her wrists were bound tightly behind her back with yellow restraint straps. The nails on both hands had been clipped to the quick and coated with a thick layer of medical iodine. Her head hung low. The imprint of a ventilation grate was still pressed into one cheek. "Catty," Anna whispered as they led her past the dining tables. The birds were gone from her eyes. Only perfect, absolute emptiness remained. They drank them. Her voice barely carried. They drank every last one. Something snapped inside Katie. Not reason, not logic. It was the wild, rat-like instinct of a streetwalker cornered in the street awakening. She didn't shout any manifestos. Katie simply snatched a heavy metal lunch tray from the table, spun around, and slammed it with all her might into the plate glass window of the nurse's station. There was a deafening crash. The glass turned into a white web. A dry siren wailed. "Let her go, bitch!" Katie screamed, lunging at Bob. She dug her nails into his cheek, tearing at the flesh, biting his neck, which smelled of cheap aftershave, and kicked, aiming her heel at his groin. Bob didn't even gasp. He simply grabbed her wrists with a grinding sound like wooden blocks and pressed her face into the linoleum. Katie spat blood from her split lip, twisted her fingers, and cursed his mother, God, and the clinic. Miller descended the stairs slowly, step by step, taking his time. His white shoes stopped inches from Katie's face. "Excessive emotional instability," he said, studying the tablet instead of her. "You're still clinging to your emotional garbage, Miss Stewart." He looked up for the first time. Isolation. A brief pause. Phase 2. The needle slipped into her neck so gently she barely felt it. Then came a wave of icy cold. In a sterile world, rebellion doesn't look heroic. It looks like dirt on a spotless tablecloth. But dirt is the only proof that someone is still alive. Darkness closed in. As consciousness slipped away, Catty realized she was still clutching something in her fist. A button she'd torn from Bob's uniform. Even through her fading vision, Dr. Miller's face remained perfectly calm. Why hadn't he even frowned? When the jagged edge of the broken tray sliced open his elbow,